The night is quiet, but the drama, oh darling, it's never been louder. You may have forgotten all about your favorite nighttime soaps, but Miss Kane, she never did. She's been watching all the affairs, the betrayals, and the big hair, and now she's here to tell you everything you missed, or perhaps just forgot. This is Drama After Dark. Slip into something comfortable, and let's catch you up.
Don't just watch the scandal, darling. Subscribe and join the drama every Friday.
Well, darling, we start in a smoky Texas bar, all neon haze and bad decisions just waiting to happen, won't we? On stage, Garnett McGee singing like heartbreak pays overtime. That voice, honey, is like honey with a shot of whiskey. Smooth, dangerous, and made to make a man forget his good sense. Every word just rolls out like she's rehearsing for a record deal. She doesn't want Southfork, baby. Oh no, she wants the charts, the spotlight, the dream that doesn't end when the bar lights come on. A few tables away, Lucy's just beaming like a proud little promoter, and Bobby's watching a little too close, isn't he? And Pam? Oh, she's got that polite smile that hides 1,000 warnings. She's met Garnett before, and that woman left an impression, the kind you'd rather not repeat, darling. Meanwhile, Ray Krebs sits at her table, completely lost. He's not just looking at her, he's seeing her. The dream, the struggle, the fire. You can just tell he's already halfway in love, proud to be the man beside her, hopeful he'll be the one to help her rise. And when the others come over, Garnet turns on that charm, all sparkle and sugar, while Ray just glows, doesn't he? He's convinced he's found forever, and maybe he has, just not in the way he thinks. Next morning at Southfork, and it's breakfast time, which means hot coffee, cold judgment, and Lucy with a brand new dream. Oh, she's sitting there bright-eyed, talking about becoming a singer like it's the most natural thing in the world. And Miss Ellie, well, she looks like she just heard a cuss word. Lucy's pleading her case, talking about lessons and connections, but JR shuts that down faster than a bad oil deal. Honestly, the man can cheat, scheme, and gamble with half of Texas, but heaven forbid somebody else chase a dream. And Sue Ellen jumps in too, all pearls and disapproval, because misery just loves company, doesn't it? Bobby tries to stay neutral, bless him, but even he knows this isn't a table that tolerates ambition outside family business. Palm's quiet, smart enough not to get caught in it, and poor Jock just wants to know who to blame. When he hears Garnett's name, you can practically feel his blood pressure spike. Lucy storms off, but honestly, she's the only one at that table who's thinking big. Southfork talks about loyalty, but what they really mean is control. And Lucy's just figured out she doesn't want to be managed like cattle. No, indeed. Out by the stables, Lucy's wrestling with her horse and her feelings. Neither one's cooperating, darling. She's angry, embarrassed, and ready to fight with whoever shows up next. And wouldn't you know it, here comes Ray Krebs, looking every bit the cowboy savior. He steps in to help, but Lucy's too fired up to let him. That horse isn't the problem, her whole family is. She starts unloading about how nobody ever lets her do what she wants, and Ray gives her that calm, steady talk, the kind meant to cool her down. But Lucy's not in a mood for reason. She's tired of being dismissed, tired of being treated like a child in a house full of grown-ups who act worse. When she snaps, seems to me you like singers well enough. That's not a jab, that's a wound talking. Ray tries to end it quick, calling it none of her business, but the air between them thickens. There's history there, something messy and unfinished, I tell you. Lucy pushes, he shuts her down, and she throws out the last word, that it's not over until she says so. But Ray's done pretending. He sends her off to ride, and for once, Lucy listens, angry, heartbroken, and still trying to prove she matters. Morning drifts over Southfork, soft and golden, but the patio's already alive with motion. Oh, you can see the help stringing up streamers, setting tables, getting ready for whatever social circus those Ewings are hosting tonight. It's the kind of quiet bustle that says, peaceful morning to some, and brace yourself to everyone else. Bobby and Pam are sitting nearby, playing house while the ranch transforms around them. Bobby's trying to keep things light, talking about plans and contracts. But his eyes, well, they keep sliding back to Pam. He knows that mind of hers is still on Ray and Garnett. He tells her to leave it alone, that Ray's life isn't her business anymore. But Bobby, bless his heart, forgets who he married. Pam's not nosy. No, she's protective. She knows how good Ray is, how easily a heart like his can get tangled with the wrong kind of woman. Out by the rails, Ray's with Jock, checking cattle and talking breeding. It's easy between them, that mutual respect that doesn't need words. Jock sees a hard worker. Ray sees the man who gave him a shot when no one else would. It's quiet, steady, and almost warm. The kind of moment that makes Southfork look like a place where nothing bad ever happens. The night air at Southfork, darling. It hums with laughter and champagne. All those E-wings, bless their hearts, pretending to be civilized. Then Ray. Oh, Ray! He steps onto the patio with Garnet on his arm, and the whole crowd just tilts. She's breathtaking, isn't she? But so nervous. Her fingers wrapped ever so tight around him. And he's absolutely glowing, proud as sin, convinced he's found forever. Garnet smiles, but you can just see she's performing. This isn't her crowd, and she knows it, dear. Bobby's the first to greet them, charming as ever, clanging the first dance before Ray can even catch his breath. Jock follows right behind, offering a turn that makes her blush. Oh my! Ray watches from the sidelines, proud, almost boyish, like this moment somehow makes him part of the family. Can you believe it? And then, darling, JR moves in, smooth, smiling, and utterly dangerous. He strolls over to Ray mid-conversation, all fake politeness and real arrogance. Ray, bless his open heart, says it plain. I'm in love with that gal. But JR just grins, doesn't even acknowledge it. He cuts straight in on his daddy's dance, slides a hand around Garnet's waist, and purrs. I haven't been able to take my eyes off you all night. That's JR for you, isn't it? Ruthless charm, zero conscience, and not a care in the world for the man he just humiliated. Well, good morning, darling. The sun's just sliding over Southfork, all soft gold and, quiet hangovers it seems. My, Ray just wanders in, still wearing last night's suit, the very same one he wore when everything just felt, oh, so possible. And JR? Crisp as ever, of course, smirking like a man who's already had 2 cups of coffee and a juicy bit of gossip. He just tosses out that line about herding cattle in an outfit, and Ray, bless his heart, he just takes it, half smile and all. The jab lands, but he's too proud, too content, really, to let it sting. Then, Lucy catches him, all jealousy and wounded pride, asks him where he's been, and with who. She's not really looking for answers, is she? She just hates being reminded she doesn't get to be the center of Ray's world anymore. Her warning about JR wanting Garnet for himself barely registers. Darling Ray's already heading inside, chasing something real. But in Jock's study, everything just slows down. No tension, no judgment, just quiet respect. Jock, he's proud of him. 2 decades of loyalty, hard work, and pure grit. He offers Ray a piece of Southfork land, not out of obligation, no, but out of trust. And for once, Ray isn't the hired hand or the outsider. Oh no, he's family. You can just see it in his face, that mix of gratitude and disbelief. It's a rare Southfork moment, where love doesn't come with a price tag. Afternoon sun, fancy lunch spot, and there's Garnet McGee sitting across from JR, who's doing what he does best, trying to charm and control at the same time. He orders for her, pays for her, calls it taking care of things. And Garnet? She lets him think he's winning. Every word she says is sweet, but her eyes stay cool. She knows exactly what kind of man she's having lunch with, the kind who thinks every woman's a deal to close. When he leans in, hinting at something more, she slices him right back, tells him married men only offer little bits of time. It's the first time we've seen someone handle JR without blinking. And when he tries to drive Ray into it, she shuts that down too. Says Ray gives her everything he's got. And he does. That truth hits harder than any insult. Cut to that night. The club's dim, her set's done, and she walks out into the dark, where Ray's waiting. He's proud, smiling, ready to take her home. Inside, JR's still at the bar, nursing his drink, watching them go. That's not jealousy on his face, that's calculation. Because when JR gets turned down, it never ends there.
The drama sparkles best when you're part of it. Subscribe and stay close, like a whispered secret. Leave a comment, tell us what has you gasping, because every scandal deserves an audience.
Now, you know when JR starts playing polite at breakfast, he's about to cause trouble. He's stirring that coffee, looking all innocent, while planting the perfect distraction. Starts talking bulls and buyers like it's ranch business, but it's just a setup to get Ray out of town. And Jock? Oh, he eats it right up. Next thing you know, Ray's being volunteered for a road trip to Odessa before he's even had a bite of toast. And the way JR plays it, all friendly, all fake, telling Ray it's Daddy's idea. Please, that man couldn't be more transparent if he came wrapped in cellophane. Ray's too trusting to see it. He's still thinking about Garnett, still believing love makes you untouchable. He stops by her place, heart first, asking her to run off and marry him. You can hear the hope in his voice, and the hesitation in hers. Garnett says all the right things, but none of them mean yes. She likes Ray, maybe even loves him a little, but she loves her freedom more. I can't even be mad at her for it. He's dreaming about forever, and she's just trying to survive the weekend. Now when J.R. Ewing calls a woman to his office for business, darling, you already know the only thing getting negotiated is control. He's got the studio booked, the band rehearsed, and that grin set to charm. Says he's helping her make a record. Ewing Oil presents Garnet McGee, like he's launching a product instead of a person. Garnet, bless her heart, walks in calm, polite, but she's watching him like a snake under glass. He starts with percentages, 25% of her earnings for his help. She counters with 10, and he agrees far too fast. That's when the tone changes. Then comes that exclusivity clause. He says it's slow, deliberate, no mistaking the meaning. Garnet keeps her cool, gives him that quiet smile and says, "You'll have a hard time enforcing that when I'm on the road." Translation: she knows exactly what game he's playing. As she steps out, the door's still swinging when Bobby walks up. He sees Garnet leaving, and that look of guilt sitting plain on JR's face. Bobby stops by the secretary's desk. Voice calm but sharp, asks who that was. She tells him, Garnet McGee. And just like that, Bobby knows this isn't business. Oh no, it's JR being JR all over again. Ray's out in Odessa, chasing a deal that, darling, never existed. He walks in all business, talking bulls and bloodlines, only to find out he's been sent on a wild goose chase. No sale, no misunderstanding, just another one of J.R. Ewing's little games. The man's halfway across Texas before it clicks. He's been played. And that realization probably hurts worse than any heartbreak Garnet could give him. Meanwhile, back in Dallas, Lucy walks right into trouble she doesn't even recognize. She's waiting for JR in his office, all innocent curiosity, when she spots that contract on his desk. Garnet McGee, exclusive service agreement. Even she knows what that means. When JR walks in, she tries to talk dreams, asks for his support, and he shuts her down like she's a joke. But Lucy's got some fire. She pushes back, threatens to tell what she saw. And JR, he flips it right on her, ice cold, cruel as ever, looks her dead in the eye, and calls her a scheming, blackmailing little tramp, just like her mother. I swear, that man could wound you clean without ever raising his voice. J.R. Ewing. Oh, he just shows up at Garnet's door, doesn't he? With that snake oil grin of his and a contract in his hand. Says he's got something for her to sign. But darling, we all know what kind of deals he deals in. The kind that start with ink and end in shame. Garnet hesitates, just long enough to prove she knows better, but then she lets him in. Because when a man like JR promises to make your dreams real, you don't hear the fine print until it's too late, do you? Then we cut to Southfork, and there's Miss Ellie, knocking ever so softly on Sue Ellen's door. She already knows her son's a bastard. She's just too polite to say it out loud. And Sue Ellen, she's sitting there, perfectly groomed, explaining how JR's out on business. And Miss Ellie, bless her heart, she gives that sad little smile, calls her understanding. But it's not comfort. No, it's pity. That woman's seen enough to know better. And then, wouldn't you know it, we're back at Garnett's apartment. Cards on the table, laughter like a lie. JR's making moves, asking questions, pretending it's all just a game. Garnet plays along until she doesn't. She tells him he's just like her, only worse. And he doesn't argue. Oh no. He just leans back, smirking, and says Sue Ellen's an understanding wife. Then he tells her to end it with Ray. And he means it too. So, Ray finally pulls up to Southfork. Tired, dusty, and just plain done, darling. He finds Jock out by the barn, still talking cattle, still proud of that son who's out ruining people. Ray tells him straight, there was no bull, no deal, just a setup. Jock, bless his heart, he just can't see it, can he? Says, J.R. Ewing doesn't make mistakes like that. But honey, he does. And this one's personal. Ray heads back to his place, and before he can even catch his breath, who walks right in but Lucy, uninvited, unbothered, all nerves and perfume. She's looking for attention, maybe forgiveness, maybe both. But Ray's not having it. No, he tells her to leave, to let it go. She won't, of course. She wants a reaction, darling. So she drops the line that changes everything. Says JR and Garnett are together, that she saw the contract on his desk. Oh, she doesn't lie. She says it to hurt him. And honey, it works. Ray's whole body goes still, like something inside him just broke clean. Lucy tries to take it back, but it's too late, isn't it? He's already out the door. Pam, bless her heart, hears the shouting, pulls the story out of Lucy between sobs, and sends Bobby after him. But by then, Ray's gone, running on heartbreak, fury, and, well, the truth. It's late when Ray walks in on the worst truth of his life. Garnett's at her place, lips still warm from kissing JR. You know, saying goodbye, when the door flies open and Ray's just standing there. No words, no warning, just fury. He grabs JR, slams him hard, choking the air right out of him. Years of loyalty, humiliation, and heartbreak pouring through his hands. Garnett's screaming. Bobby rushes in, dragging Ray off before it turns deadly. Ray's shaking, voice raw, says JR thinks everything's for sale, that his money can buy the world. He turns to Garnet, tells her it's over, and she doesn't fight it. She just says he should have listened when she warned him. And then she turns to JR, calm, dangerous, and reminds him that contract's legal, and if he tries to squirm out of it, everyone's gonna know the truth. Next morning, it's quiet. Ray's out on that piece of land Jock gave him, just staring at the horizon like he's trying to figure out where he belongs. That's when Lucy shows up, small, broken, trying to make things right. She apologizes for everything, says she's sorry for what she said, for what she started. And Ray? He doesn't yell, doesn't walk away. He just listens, tired, forgiving, and finally still.
Well, wasn't that deliciously messy? Miss Kane walked you through the drama, and trust me, the secrets are just starting to spill. But don't think it's over, darling. There's always another scandal waiting in the shadows. This has been Drama After Dark. Until next time, we'll be watching. Will you?